My coverage of Computex 2016 is proudly sponsored by Fractal Design, MSI, and G-Skill. We're at Zotac now, and if you guys haven't already gotten this idea, I've been trying to give you as much footage as I can of all the different variants of GTX 1080s that are on the market, or at least available now or maybe very soon. Zotac has two of them here. Both of them have custom PCBs. Let's start off with this one here. This is the GTX 1080 Amp Edition, and it features the dual 100mm ice storm cooling system, two fans there on the front, spectral lighting system, so you get three light up areas on here, two that are right here on the front of the card, and then one back on the Zotac logo. Beyond that, it's of course got the GTX 1080 GPU, 2560 CUDA cores. We don't know the information as far as what these cards are going to be shipping at when it comes to frequency, but most of the overclock cards we've been seeing are at least hitting 1900, sometimes even closer to 2000. If I had to guess, I'd say this Amp Extreme right here, probably going to ship at a bit higher frequency. So this is a beefy card, and they have a demonstration going over in a case there. Seems to be dealing with a little bit of sag there, but you know what? I bet the support for this one will work great. Anyways, you can tell overbuilt in the greatest fashion. Dual 8-pin power connectors on this one. It's got 4 points of illumination here on the front of the card. It's also got the push the limit sign there at the top, and then on the back, through the back plate, this will light up as well. And you can actually independently control both of those using the Firestorm software from Zotac, which you can also use to overclock the cards. It's got some basic functionality in there to change all the different colors, activate each individual lighting zone by itself, and then you can do some features that you would expect, such as pulsing, breathing, and all that kind of stuff. We also have this card right up here in this case, which is just a prototype. They don't have a name for it yet, but Zotac is planning to do a water-cooled card where you just, you get the card, it's got the block on it and everything. We gave them some feedback on this one. I don't think it looks too bad. I want to get rid of that red ring around there, though. Anyway, those are a couple GTX 1080s from Zotac, but there's a couple more things they have here too. A VR backpack. But let's show what's in the VR backpack first. It's right over here. So this medium-sized box here is the Magnus EN980, which is Zotac's all-in-one system. It comes all together. It'll be available in a few different variants, so you'll be able to get it kind of bare bones where you can install your own memory and your own SSD. Memory and SSD going at the bottom, by the way. This clear plexi box here is just to show you the components that are inside the larger box, but if you can't already tell, this whole thing's liquid cooled. It's got a loop that cools both the CPU as well as the GPU. The GPU that's in there is a GTX 980, by the way. It's also got a 6400 Skylake processor, and it's got a very small footprint. Tons of I/O on the front as well as on the sides. Pretty cool look overall. Not available yet, but we're told available very, very soon. And the guts of this beast are the same thing that's powering Zotac's newest VR backpack, or at least the newest version of that. I got a chance to play around with this. I have to say that playing with a VR backpack is a pretty nice experience, especially if you tried VR where you're tethered to a cable on the ground. You almost immediately get a much freer sense where you just don't have to worry about that cable being back there behind you. But they've done a special version of the EN980 to fit in the backpack. It's got a custom design where they made it a lot thinner. It's air-cooled instead of water-cooled. That's to keep the weight down. It's only about 5 or 5.5 kilos. So we noticed that the backpack was fairly light and pretty easy to move around with. It's also got a soft pack on the outside, some mesh to help airflow and everything. And we're told you can even get in there and do some basic upgrades just like you can with the EN980, which is pretty nice. Now, they're working on the battery solution for this. We recommended that they maybe do a swappable battery, because that would be nice to have spares along the side. The battery they're currently using is a lithium ion, and it lasts up to 2 hours. So that's pretty good for battery life, but we're kind of going, swappable battery I think would be a good option. Guys, that's all though for the Zotac booth. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. Click the sponsor links down in the video description. We got G-Skill, Fractal Design, and MSI all helping me come on this trip to Computex. We'll see you in the next video.